Guys, sorry I've not posted a video in a while. I went through kind of a slump there for a little bit. But I just want to let you guys know I had my left PAO. It was worse than my right leg, unfortunately. So I've had a little bit of a harder time recovering this time, and I've been meaning to get back on here and let you guys know how everything's doing. So on October 28th, I had my left PAO. On the 21st, the 22nd. On the 22nd, I had my hip scope. So they went in to go repair my femur for my FAI, so femoral acetabular impingement. It's very common whenever you have hip dysplasia. Just basically that popping you get is your femur bumping up against your pelvis, basically, your acetabulum, your hip socket. I'm a nurse, so if I use any terms that you guys don't understand, just leave a comment and I will explain it. So when they went in to go fix my FAI, my labrum was trashed. It was actually detached from my femoral head. So your labrum is kind of fits around the femur like a sock. And whenever it tears, normally that means it's just kind of sitting on the neck of the femur, and you'll actually have increased pain because whenever your bone hits your pelvis, it actually pinches the labrum. So when they went in for my left leg, my labrum was detached. Didn't even know. I felt like my left leg had started to go out. And they expressed importance to have my left leg done right after my right leg. So I had my right PAO in February of this year, and they just did my left in October. I'm actually 7 weeks out from surgery. Sorry, my arm's getting tight. Anyway, then, so my normal hour-long scope took 5 hours, and when they went in to do my PAO, we had some difficulties. I bled a lot. They were using a transfuser. Basically, it was like it's called an auto transfuser. It uses your own blood, and they try to get it back in. I ended up losing a lot of blood. I swelled up a lot, had a lot of problems. Your normal 5-hour PAO took 8 hours. So I had it kind of rough this time. The first couple weeks of healing were horrible. I ended up back in the hospital. They had to check my blood levels. I had to start taking iron and all kinds of stuff just because I lost so much blood during surgery. But I went in for my 6-week follow-up last week, and I've been cleared to start weight bearing. So yay! For those that don't know, my last PAO, I had to be non-weight bearing for 8 weeks. And even though this one's worse, they're not trying to let me atrophy as bad as I did with my right leg. My right leg's still skinny. Both my legs are tiny. I lost a lot of weight. But yeah, so I'm sorry for anybody that follows me that I haven't been posting videos or anything like that. I did make a video the day of my PAO. I try to make these videos as positive as I can be, or as positive as I can make it. And there was a period of time there where I wasn't feeling very positive. And I just don't want to express it negatively. And I think you guys are here because I'm being as honest and real as I can be. But I also kind of try to keep the positivity with it. So I'm feeling a lot better now because I can start kind of getting up and doing more stuff. My right leg's still healing. Just because of the levels of corrections that they needed to do. It's not like I didn't have a normal PAO. A lot of people are up and, doing things a lot sooner than I just because their corrections are a little less, and we all have varying levels of corrections. So I had a very large correction. And you know, you're not allowed to be off crutches or anything like that until you no longer have a limp. I think I finally, for my right leg, got off crutches around 5 months. So I had a good 3 months before I had my left leg done, and I enjoyed those 3 months. I'll see if I can add some videos. I went dancing with my friends and stuff like that, just much needed time out of the house. It is winter here, and it is snowing, and there's a lot of ice, so I'm kind of confined to the house right now, and of course that kind of kills your mood, but I guess that's what we have to go through. It hurts, it's swollen, my scars are much worse on my left side. I actually have a whole dent in my leg from the hip scope because they had to do a lot. They almost had to put in a cadaver labrum, but they managed to save mine. My nerve damage is still very extensive on my right leg. I still have a lot of problems, so what Dr. Dan suggested, I'm going to get another injection. I've had one already, but he wants the injection done by a specific doctor, and if that gives me some relief, great. If it doesn't, whatever. But whenever they remove the screws from my left hip, they will be going right back into my right leg and releasing that nerve to see if that kind of gives me feeling back. If it doesn't, then they're just going to kill the nerve, and unfortunately I won't gain any more feeling in that leg. So we'll see. Hopefully releasing the nerve works. If not, then I've been living with it this long. My left leg, obviously you always suffer a little bit of nerve damage, but what I have in my right leg is very rare. It's very rare that it stays that way, because you have to remember everything's swollen, everything's jacked up and messed up and confused in there, and so of course your nerves are going to take a while to work again properly. I've been trying to come up with hobbies to keep myself busy, so I've been doing those like diamond paintings and then like puzzles, word fill-ins, and then I learned how to do my nails myself, because obviously getting out of the house and going to a nail salon is kind of, because sitting, oh my gosh, sitting is rough. We kind of had a hard time this year. One of my friends passed away, which sucks. So I'm sorry, guys. I am going to try to post more videos, post my progress, and if you guys ever need anything, of course, message me, whatever. I am here. I'm always here. Even when you don't see me post a video, I'm still watching my YouTube. I just want to make sure I still give you that positivity and let you know that there are periods of time that this gets rough. It is hard to not be able to walk. It's hard to not be able to lift things. It's hard to not be able to bend. And even when they clear you for you to be weight bearing, it's hard to have to continue being on crutches or being on your walker or being in a wheelchair. It's hard. It is very difficult mentally, physically. I mean, the pain alone is rough. I'm there with you. I completely understand. It sucks. It sucks mentally, definitely. It's a hard time. You have to make sure you have good support system and everything. And so I completely understand. And if you ever want to talk about it, or you ever want to, just take a load off, I am here for you, because please believe I understand. Hey guys, sorry, I think I cut my last video a little short before I was finished saying what I had to say. So it's only 2 days after the first part of this video. Yeah, I've been noticing your guys' comments, and again, I'm so sorry that I haven't been updating or doing any videos. That's my bad. But like I said in the first part of this, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. I am totally here for you guys. I'm here for any questions you may have, any information you want. I'm still 7 weeks post-op. On Monday I'll be 8 weeks post-op of my left PAO. I do believe I mentioned in the beginning of this that I was cleared for weight bearing, so over this week I'm going to be increasing my how much weight I put on my hip. I have been able to walk very short distances without my crutches within the house. I still have a limp, so technically speaking I'm not supposed to walk without my crutches, but we all know we kind of cheat a little bit. Mostly the pain that I'm having now, I just feel like my legs have atrophied so much since I've had surgery. My right leg's still recovering from the atrophy I had from being on bed rest for 8 weeks from my right PAO that I had in February. For anybody who doesn't know or is new, I had my right hip arthroscopy on January 29th. They did an femoral acetabular impingement, or FAI correction, and then they also did a labral repair. And then on October 22nd, I went in for my hip arthroscopy. They did an FAI correction, and then they also did a labral reconstruction. So unfortunately this time wasn't a repair. They almost had to use a cadaver labrum. My labrum was detached from my femoral head. What else? And then on the 28th, I had my left hip PAO. So my left hip PAO did not go as planned. It ended up being a lot more damaged than they originally thought. They had to remove a very large piece of my acetabulum and basically, you know, just wiggle around the bones of part of my pelvis that they broke to kind of create that new acetabulum, the new kind of curve that you have, so your socket, your actual socket in your hip. So as of now, like I said, I'm 7 weeks post-op. On Monday I'll be 8 weeks. Now when I get up and kind of walk and move around and I put weight on my leg, I'm having some pretty bad bone pain. It's not my muscles. I know I barely have any muscles left in my leg. For those that don't know, the minute that or you start atrophying or your muscle starts wasting immediately whenever you stop using it. There is no like, oh, give it a couple days. No, like immediately. So right now my legs are really skinny. They're very weak. My right leg's still healing, you know, so, but it had to take the brunt of my weight, so it's gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and I have a lot more mobility in it than I used to. On my left leg, yeah, putting weight on it just feels like massive bone pain, and the pain kind of extends around the back of my hips to my tailbone. It almost feels like my tailbone's like breaking. It's kind of a new sensation, and I'm like, oh no, gotta stay on my crutches and give my leg a little bit longer to kind of recuperate, get my muscles back to working, and getting them back up to where they used to be. It's gonna take a long time, I know. But we have to be positive. I am having the same problem in my groin area as I did on my right side. I don't remember if it's your hip flexors or what it was. But it's very tight. I don't know if anybody else had that, where kind of in your groin area it's super tight and it feels super tight. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very sore whenever I try to rotate my legs inward. My right leg's a lot better. I can actually rotate my knee towards the middle, whereas my left leg I can't. I can bring my right leg fully out, kind of into a butterfly position. I am actually able to do a heel stretch, so yay. For anybody that's new, I used to be a dancer, so getting my flexibility back is of huge importance to me. Now I realize I'm never going to be as flexible as I used to be because I didn't have a joint. but I would really like to get as close as humanly possible. And then my left leg, I can almost cross my legs, so that's pretty exciting. I redid my nails again. The other ones had been on for a couple weeks, and these are my new ones. I get bored. I have nothing better to do. I mean, what else are we supposed to do while we're sitting around? I'm still having a really hard time bending from the waist. I can kind of maneuver myself so it kind of more bending on the right side. But as for the left side, that's a no-go. I still have to swing my leg behind me whenever I go to bend over. I'm still having like a lot of that pinching in my hip whenever I try to bend or bring my knee to my chest or go beyond 90 degrees. So that's still moving slowly. Then I start PT in January, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm kind of going to approach this a little differently. I think I'm going to do their stretches along with some dancing stretches, because I've noticed once I started doing those with my right leg, I'm getting, I was able to do the heel stretch. I'm getting a lot of my flexibility back a lot sooner. I think before I was really afraid of the pain. Because, I mean, let's face it, we get so used to being in the pain that we were in before we had this surgery, and then the pain that you're in recovering from this surgery. It's really, you just get, you don't really ever get used to it, but you get scared of causing any worse pain than what you already have. It's like you acclimate to a certain level of pain, and then you're afraid to do anything else that causes more pain. Well, at least I am, anyway. What else is new? I'm adding a picture. We went to my fiance's work Christmas party, and I was wearing wedges and skinny jeans, which I haven't really worn jeans because my scars are really aggravated. They're really irritated. And they're hypersensitive, I think, because of my nerve damage. So some days I can't stand anything touching it, and the other days I can't feel them at all. I still have a lot of scar tissue built up behind them. I am posting, I will be posting, I will be, after this here part, you guys are going to see pictures of what my right hip scars look like now that they're kind of healed. I have pictures from 5 months. I'll probably be taking some new pictures so you can see what my left side versus my right side look like now. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure I post a video once a week and just keep you guys updated, let you guys know how I'm doing, and just making sure I keep this positive, because we all need to make sure we stay positive and do as much as we possibly can to stray away from kind of that dark place that we get into. I'm not sure how many of you guys have had a massive correction like I have, and it's going to take about a year. For me, my recovery will take about a year per leg. So I do have to take away a couple months from my progress so far for my right leg, because I've been off of it for several months. But I would say around March or April, maybe end of March, beginning of April, hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be fully healed on my right leg. And then hopefully before October, but at the latest by October, I should be fully healed on my left side. In 6-7 months, they'll be taking the hardware out of my left side, and then dun dun dun, I should be done. And then it's just, it's up from here, just going up, just making some forward progress. And then when they take out my hardware, they'll release that nerve. But yeah, and then next week's Christmas. That's exciting. It's just in a few days. Today's Sunday. I get so discombobulated about my days because they kind of all look the same, especially with it being Colorado and there's a lot of ice outside right now. I'm trying to get my fiance to shovel the sidewalk. It's not happening. I need to hire somebody to do it. But yeah, guys, I hope that you guys are doing good. and that you are, staying positive and staying ahead, do it on your PT, doing all your stretches, just working your hardest to get back to our baseline so that we can, we can move on from this and we can be even better from this. And, hopefully most of us won't have to have any further surgeries. And we can walk and run and play and dance and do all the fun things that we do, whether it's, hiking or going biking with your friends, or running around after toddler or your teenager or your child in general. We just got to make sure we stay positive and keep those positive vibes. Obviously today I'm feeling a lot better than I was the other day. I'm also kind of delirious because I haven't been sleeping very well. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning here. But yeah, I hope you guys have a very beautiful Merry Christmas, or Happy Christmas, or Happy Holidays, whatever you believe in. And I will see you guys soon.